You're listening to the Armchair GM Sports Network.
What's up, Dog Country? Christian Simmons here with the Dog Pound Podcast at the site of the 2025-2026 Niagara IceDogs training camp. It's the Meridian Center, packed full of 75 players, a new coaching staff, and a new management staff as the organization gets ready for their preseason game this upcoming Saturday. Catch all of it on the Dog Pound Podcast YouTube and Instagram pages. Tune in.
Here at training camp with Niagara IceDogs General Manager Frank Evola. Frank, obviously a lot of moves and a lot of new players coming in, a bigger training camp than we've probably ever had in the Ontario Hockey League league-wide with the new NCAA eligibility. Players have been able to come in that maybe wouldn't have been able to have that opportunity. So with 75-ish players, how much really can you get a look at these guys, and what do you want to see from them over 2 days?
Yeah, I mean, obviously 20 teams are starting camp, and I think every team has enhanced their numbers at camp to get more eyes and views, and obviously with the changes of the rules, more eligibility for players to come in. But obviously today, the first morning session or kind of early afternoon was just get everybody familiar with the building, familiar with the ice, familiar with puck touches, and just make it a little easier, more comfortable moving on to the scrimmage this afternoon.
They're going to be playing in a lot of games the next couple of days here in those scrimmages and things like that with the coaching staff, and what you're expecting from Chris Barch and his coaching staff. What do you expect them to see out there over this next 2 days, and really trying to obviously thin down the roster to make sure that you have enough guys that you're going to be playing with in the preseason?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're going to take a look at the draft picks from the previous years and give them a fair assessment or evaluation moving forward. But we have things in our head that we're looking for as a GM and as a coaching staff, and just in the first practice alone, just the tempo and the attention to details is very important moving forward. So that's something that we're addressing and moving forward.
And you obviously moved out some players this offseason, some draft picks, but picking up 10 new players that are signed at the moment right now, new players from last season, either acquired or signed. How big of an importance was that for you to come in and sign some of those guys, knowing that you can sign guys for 1 or 2 seasons now with the new rulings and things like that, and making sure you are able to round out that roster into a competitive format?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's obviously change, and I kind of put my fingers on a few players that I looked into and added to the squad. But signed doesn't mean they're going to be on this team this year. It could be next year. There's guys fighting for positions, and there's free agents here. And we've had players in the past through Oshawa and Windsor that have come in through for free agencies and earned spots. Oliver Peer to Anthony Sorelli, and we can go on and on. But there's somebody here in this building that will steal a spot. I don't know if it's this year or next year, but there's guys. It's competitive. It's a competitive league. There's 450 plus players fighting for jobs, and with the rule changes and 05s coming in from the BCHL, and we have a gentleman that's coming in, Cooksey 05 from the BCHL. There's jobs to be had. There's competition, and they're going to dictate who's here to start the season.
And building through the draft is obviously the way to go, the way to build in this league. You've known that from your days in Windsor and Oshawa. You get your first-round pick, Ryerson Edgar, signed. I know that was a big deal for the franchise, being able to have him come in, and then your 3 import picks as well, in your Malenko, Spath, and Reisenecker all coming over as well with the expanded extra import slot. So how important was the last couple of these drafts over the summer, being able to make sure that you get these guys signed and have that depth throughout the organization?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's always important for any team to get their first-round pick signed and acclimated to their team. But yeah, Ryerson's a hell of a player, and he's going to get better and better as he adapts to the league. And there's other players in the draft that aren't here, like Tang, that's playing in Madison, that at one point is going to be here for the draft, and Hafner, a big 6'5" goalie, that's going to be in probably Burlington to start the season in the OJ, which is a positive, and a 6'5" goalie that I see a lot of growth and improvement moving along. But there's other players here as well through the draft. But and with the import draft, that added third player adds depth to your roster, adds inter-competition, and yeah, it's important. Obviously, Yermolenko's not here yet. We're just waiting on some visa work, but that could be any day, and then fly him in here and get acclimated. But that's important, but that just gives somebody another opportunity in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
And the goalie competition is obviously something you'll be looking at with a couple of guys that are vying for those 2 spots, maybe 3 in a call-up situation. So with 11 goalies at camp, you mentioned Yermolenko not yet here with the, but he will be at some point. So how are you guys going to go about figuring out not naming a starter in day 1 of training camp, but knowing who you'll have for opening night for the regular season?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's 11 goalies here, but some are young goaltenders that just need some time. It's very tough to play goalie in this league at 16 and 17, but it's the growth of goaltending is you can never have enough. Charlie is hurt, but he's recovering and he's full practice, so he's another part of our goaltending. And you have Jeffries, you have Humphreys, you have there's on and on. There's a couple free agents that are here, but they're going to make my life difficult, which is always important, and we have to pay attention. We just can't make a quick assessment, but we have 4 exhibition games, and we still have games to play. That's going to tell where people sit or slotted. And
then lastly, about the D-Corps, obviously some turnover there. Van Vliet moving on past to the Pro Hockey or to NCAA, but then you moved out a couple of defensemen, brought in a couple of defensemen. You brought in a guy like Tiller, obviously has bringing a lot of character to the room, in a division rival with Barrie, some deep playoff runs there. So what are you thinking from the D-Corps this year, and with the moves that you've made? Obviously there's going to be some spots available, but what are you thinking from the back end this year?
Yeah, obviously adding a player like Tiller and the character and kind of a hometown boy, it's important. Leadership is always important. Character is important to what has gone on here, and it will improve. Sebastian Dell'Elce coming from St. Andrews College, a quality program, a player that went to Montreal camp, so we see a lot of things in his development. And then there's some jobs to be had here, and it's early, and like I said, I'm not going to stop to try to improve this hockey team. Work's never done. It's training camp, and we'll assess other 20 teams in the league, and it doesn't mean that there's a player on another team that won't be here in the next 2 or 3 weeks that can improve our hockey team.
And then lastly, you were able to acquire some rights of players, but then also getting them to sign and being able to recruit them here to Niagara. How big of an emphasis is that for your management group, your coaching staff, and making sure that when you make those trades for the player rights, that not only do they come, they sign, they stay, and that part's going to be big, moving forward with players being able to have more avenues now going forward?
Yeah, it's important to, when acquiring players, understand where they're at in their development. Alexander Haig is a player that we acquired his rights, but ultimately wanted to get him signed right away and get him in here. And building relationships with not only their advisors, the colleges. I have a good relationship with Michigan. So just where they're at and where they are in their development. But yeah, it's all about developing relationships and the trust. And so I think it says a lot about Niagara moving forward, that players want to come here. And there's other players that I've had discussions about other players that want to be here. But at the time, if it's suited, then we'll do that. If not, we'll pursue other avenues. But yeah, it's important. Sebastian Dell'Elce wanted to come here. So it's important when people want to come here.
Niagara IceDogs General Manager Frank Evola. Frank, thanks so much for taking the time during a busy week, and look forward to seeing the roster being cut down and see who's going to be there opening night.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, Brady, obviously a big summer for you, being able to commit to Boston University and NCAA for your future, as far as what you're going to do for schooling as well. So how big of a decision was that for you, and what made you eventually choose that school?
I mean, yeah, they have such a historic program, and the guys that have come through there and are there now, it was kind of a no-brainer to pick that school. I toured there a while ago when I played in the Exposure Cup there, and such a sick atmosphere at those games, and just to be able to go to school and get an education as a backup plan while playing the game I love, and their coaching staff with Coach Pandolfo, Coach Pereira, and Coach Brandevold. I mean, it's really a no-brainer that I chose Boston University.
Obviously, coming back to Niagara for this season, there was some speculation of whether you'd be back this season or not, but obviously coming back motivated for another OHL season. We'll see what happens in the future, but what made you want to come back to Niagara with such an exciting young group, new coaching staff, and what enticed you to come back here for one more season?
I mean, Niagara's my second home. I love this place. I have to give a lot of credit to my billets, the White family. They keep me fed well, and I love it there. I'm so comfortable, and now I've got a new roommate in Matthew Humphreys, and that helps out a lot. And being here with the new coaching staff, new GM, it's a game changer, and I just feel like it's a more welcoming environment, and I'm so happy to be here.
And you talk about Matt Humphreys, you guys obviously grew up playing hockey together, and now you're going to be able to go into your second OHL season together. How instrumental is he making you feel comfortable and having a guy that is one of your best friends continue on for another season with you?
I mean, yeah, it's great. Him and I were talking about it last night before we went to sleep, and we still think it's not real that we're living in the same house again, and it brings back so many memories, and having a guy like that around makes it so comfortable. Like, he's like a brother to me. We grew up together, as you said, and it just makes it so much easier to do that with my best friend.
A lot of guys at camp this year, obviously with the new NCAA ruling, a lot of guys that wouldn't be at camp before, larger camp and a smaller amount of time. So what's the impression you're trying to make for the coaching staff and everybody, knowing that there's a lot of competitions going on out there the next 2 days, and making sure that you're doing all the right things on and off?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna try and be myself. I'm gonna try to be humble, work as hard as I can, and if anybody needs help, I hope that I'd be a guy that they could go to. Try to be a leader and do what I can, and when the game time comes, I'll just go out there and play my game, try to score some goals, make the guys around me better. And honestly, I play hockey to have fun, so I'm just trying to have as much fun as I can.
And then you got a chance to go to Hockey Canada, obviously. Didn't end up making the eventual team, but being able to put on your Canada jersey, being able to do all the right things and make a good showing for them, maybe for the next time it rolls around, how cool was that being able to go down to Texas and be around Czata and Roobroeck for that as well?
Both events were amazing. Hockey Canada is so professional, and it sucks that I couldn't make the team, but that's what happens, and we're going to work by it. That's just a bump in the path, and I'm excited to be here in Niagara and get the year started and be with Roobroeck and Czata in Niagara and all the boys, and it just feels like we've got a great room this year, and I'm so excited.
What do you think was the biggest thing that you tried to work on this summer as you go into your second year in the OHL? Obviously, your first year you come in nervous, don't really know what to expect, but how much more comfortable are you this year going into it, and what do you think you worked on the most and ready to show?
I mean, as everybody does, I worked on getting stronger, faster, bigger. It's an adjustment for the younger guys coming in your first year. It's all about confidence, and I think this year I'm just focused on slowing the play down, holding on the puck, making the guys around me better, and just overall using my patience to create plays and scoring chances.
Lastly, you got a little bit of taste of playoff experience. Obviously, you guys want to have more than that this upcoming season, but to see the Meridian Center packed for those 2 games must have been special. And obviously, some cheeseburger goals is something that you're looking for as well. So, what excites you about going into this season, and hopefully, giving the fans more to cheer about?
Yeah, it just excites me that we're back in Niagara for another year, and even though it's such a short summer, I'm so excited to be here and to be around all the boys. It's an amazing feeling, and to know that the fans have our back and that we're changing our culture here, it's great. I feel like the fans are going to want to come watch so much more because of our changes here, and it's just excited to get going.
Well, Sebastian, first time at OHL camp for you. Just how much are you looking forward to this opportunity? Obviously played with St. Andrews College last season, but what excites you about being here in Niagara?
Yeah, I'm super excited. Fresh start for me. Looking forward to this all summer, and I just super happy to be here.
You're one of the players that obviously with the new rule changes, you have this opportunity with you committing to the NCAA for next season. You wouldn't have been able to have this opportunity. So for you and other players in your situation, just how much do you think last season's ruling with the NCAA and CHL agreement to be able to have you here today?
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's great for everyone. I mean, this is the best place to play, best league to play in, and yeah, I think it works out well for a lot of people.
And for you coming in, obviously you're an experienced player, but your first time at this type of camp, and 77 players here. It's a lot bigger camp than any other teams have had in the past. So what are you trying to bring a good first impression to the coaching staff, and what are you hoping to take away from this week?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting all the staff, meeting all the players, and just being myself on the ice and in the room.
And for you personally, for the fan base to know how your play style is as a defenseman that maybe have never seen you play before, what are you hoping to bring to the lineup this year?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a smart, reliable two-way defenseman that could play in all areas of the ice.
Obviously, you have some familiarity with Matthew Virgilio,
Yep.
Fellow defenseman as well, so that works out. But tell us a little bit about your relationship with him.
Yeah, he played a year at St. Andrews College with my older brother, and he's been great and welcoming to me, meeting all the guys with that. And yeah, he's been great so far.
How was your summer? Did you do anything? Obviously, you worked out and tried to get ready for the season, but anything else that you enjoyed doing this summer?
Yeah, I just tried to spend a lot of time with family. I mean, I'm a family guy, and I enjoyed spending time with my family this summer.
And obviously your brother as well, playing hockey. How excited is he for you to get this opportunity, and seeing the next part of your hockey career and your family excited for you as well?
Yeah, I mean, he never got to play in this league, and I'm excited I get to experience it for him. And yeah, he's just super interested to see how it all works out.
Lastly, is there a player that you're maybe looking forward to going against this week, competing against, and just trading a little paint?
Yeah, there's a lot of top guys on this team and at this camp, and I'm just looking forward to playing with anyone and against everyone here.
Well, Grayson, obviously this is a homecoming for you of sorts, obviously being a Niagara native and playing here a lot against the IceDogs with Barrie in the Central Division, but being here for your final OHL season, just how excited are you to be an IceDog at this point?
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm fired up, Coming home in my last year, I feel like that's every kid's little dream, and, coming to a team with some really good players, and I'm excited to get started here.
Obviously, you and Callum Shinowski have familiarity. You guys traded a lot of paint in the playoffs last year. I remember that being a fun battle to watch. Coming in and being his partner now. How much are you looking forward to that after going against him in a lot of battles?
Yeah, it's fun. We definitely had a hard-fought 5-game series against these guys, and I battled with everyone on this team. Both being from Niagara, playing against Shinowski was always fun. But now I'm teammates, and we can laugh about those moments, and just excited. Was there anybody else that when you came into the room you might have had to bury the hatchet with, because Barrie and Niagara having such a strong rivalry and then playing each other in the playoffs? Now that you're on this side and being with these guys in the room, was there anybody that you guys joked around with when you first got in that room? No, not really. Just a few laughs, but nothing really. We all play this game to have fun, and we leave things out on the ice for a reason. And in the room, we're all buddies, and we're on the same team now. We're fighting against other teams, and we're all friends now. And going into your last OHL camp, obviously you probably remember your first one, probably pretty nerve-wracking for you. And with such a bigger camp this year, 77 players, what's your message to maybe some of those guys that are coming into their first camp and trying to make a good first impression for everybody in the organization? Yeah, we got to work hard. I talked to all the young guys coming in the other day, and I just told them, I remember my first training camp too. I was scared just like they were, and now coming in, I want to show them just work hard. It's all about the details. It's all about your leadership. It's all about your character, and that's how you're going to make a name for yourself. The IceDog fans are pretty familiar with your play style, going against you so many times, but what are you hoping to bring to this group now in more of a leadership role? Over each season, obviously you want to finish off strong in your junior hockey career, so what are some of the goals and things you're looking to accomplish this year? Yeah, I want to I'm a high character person. I want to bring some of this character here. I want to bring some of my leadership qualities here to Niagara. I feel like those are two big things that I'm going to emphasize on this group this year, and really lead by example. Put your head down every day and give it everything you got. No complaints. You got to put your head down, work. We got a very motivated staff this year, and we're all excited to be here. What was it that intrigued you about coming to Niagara for your final season? Obviously, Brock University being in the cards for you as well, maybe made that transition a little easier for you. But why did you want to end up coming here to play your last OHL season? Yeah, from the very first conversation with Frank, he's very motivational, and I'm just excited. He's a guy that you want to run through a brick wall for, and that's why I was so excited when he called me. I got really good vibes right away, and he's someone you want to go out there every night and put your heart on the line for.
Lastly, I know you love your billet family, but now that you get to live at home again, are you looking forward to that, or is the family happy to have you back?
Yeah, they're happy to have me back. I'm happy to be back. It's definitely fun living at home. Moving out for 4 years, and I had a great billet family in Barrie. They became my second family, but now moving back in is definitely going to be fun, and I'm excited.
Well, Ryerson, first training camp here with the IceDogs in the OHL. You've been looking forward to this day for a long time. How did it feel to get out on the ice and be in a competitive environment?
Yeah, it was great. Really competitive, really fast. much faster than minor hockey, but I really like that, and it's my kind of game, so it's been really good.
Being able to sign with the IceDogs last month, it was a long summer, long process to get you here, but now that you finally put the pen to paper and you're going to be an IceDog, and with such an exciting young group of players, how much are you looking forward to helping this group go places this year?
Yeah, I want to do whatever the team needs. I'm looking forward to growing with the guys and kind of trying to win games with them and bond with them a little bit.
And then as far as what the IceDog fans can expect from you, what's your play style? What are you hoping to bring this season, and what are you looking to build on after a great minor hockey career?
I think speed. I love playing fast. I like to play smart, work hard, and be a team player. Defense always comes first, but I love to score goals and make plays offensively too. Coming into
a very big camp this year, obviously probably bigger around the league than any other camp with the NCAA eligibility now. Is there anybody that you've played with growing up that you're looking forward to trading a little paint with this week?
Yeah, I think it's always fun to see the guys you played with previously, and I think I'm looking forward to those games especially, but I'm really excited in general.
What are you hoping to take away from this week when it's done? Obviously, you've got some games later today and then some games tomorrow as well, but what are you really trying to take away from this week?
I think I'm trying to act like a pro all around the ice with the staff and on the ice and whatever it is, but just kind of learning from the older guys and getting a feel for what it's going to be like this year. What's been the first impression of the new coaching staff? Obviously for them, they're coming into a new environment as well, so how do you think that first initial interaction with them has been, and what are you thinking that they're going to ask from you this season? It's been great. I think they're going to ask a lot of hard work, but that's every coach, and I really like the coaching staff. I think we're going to be really good this year, and they're going to be a major part in that. And coming in as a rookie is not the easiest thing to do as a 16-year-old, but how much are maybe you going to lean on some of those other guys like Kevin He, Ryan Roobroeck, Ethan Czata, Braidy, Wassilyn? All those guys came in as 16-year-olds and were able to adjust to the league. So are you kind of looking up to some of those other leaders on the team just to help you through this process? Yeah, for sure. I think to get where I want to go, I'm going to need those guys to lean on and use pick their mind a little bit, get used to what they've been through, and kind of understand what it's going to be like, for sure. And lastly, was there something that you were working on in the summer, or something that you did off the ice that you were excited about to just get your mind away from hockey? I played a lot of golf. I was really happy with that. Not great. I'm getting better though, and I was at the rink a lot though, and I loved it, so it was good. What was your best score this summer? I think I broke 90 for the first time. Yeah, I play serious golf though. Serious golf. No foot wedges in my game. Good stuff. Yeah. It's a real score. Is there anybody you knew from the team that was nice getting to catch up with them today? Yeah, I knew Wassilyn and Humphreys from the past. I used to go to school with them, so it was really good to kind of reconnect with them. And also meeting the new guys has been great. They've all been really welcoming, and it's been really good.
You're at training camp with IceDogs now, third-year forward Ryan Roobroeck. Ryan, third training camp. It's going into your draft year with that late birthday you got. So what are you thinking going into this season, and how focused are you to do all the right things on and off the ice to show it the best tape for next June?
Yeah, obviously, like you said, you want to be focused and do all the right things on and off the ice there. But I think just kind of having that in the back of your mind there, it's a big year and it's important. Obviously, it's what you dreamed of as a kid growing up. You want to be in that position. But I think just going out there, giving your all, and just performing at your best, and you wait for June to come by.
Winning gold for Hockey Canada along with your teammate Ethan Czata a little bit earlier this summer. How special was that, the experience, and being able to win with the Canadian Hockey Canada logo on your chest?
Yeah, obviously it's obviously a great honor every time you get to represent your own country there with the logo on your chest there, and then obviously winning gold too. That's adds on to it, but just a factor. I mean, you play with your teammate there. You've entered the O together. I played 2 full seasons with him, and then just being able to both represent our own country and end up winning gold. It's truly something you won't remember.
How happy are you for him being drafted by Tampa Bay in the second round? Obviously, at the beginning of the year, was going to look like it could be a late round pick, and then skyrocketed up. And you guys had such a great year together. The chemistry you guys have built since you've been drafted, as you mentioned. So, how happy were you seeing his name called to Tampa Bay in the second round?
Yeah, I was really happy. I mean, he worked hard for it. I mean, wasn't the easiest kind of entering the O as a 16-year-old, and he's worked for everything he has, and very happy to see him go that early.
And now the biggest training camp you've been a part of, obviously with the new NCAA ruling, a lot of extra players at camp that maybe you wouldn't have seen before. So, what are some of the players that you're looking forward to competing against here, and just seeing a bigger camp and a lot more newer faces as well?
Yeah, obviously, just everybody with the NCAA rules is just coming to play. You got more guys at camp here and a lot more talent. So I think just kind of just everybody. I mean, you look out there. There's a lot of good guys out there now, and there was before, obviously too. But now it's even taking another jump.
For you, obviously getting those 5 games of playoffs, it's not ultimately what you want, but being able to get in some playoff games, that playoff experience, know what it's going to take for you guys to go to this year to take another big step. How important was that for your development and being able to play in those bigger games and knowing that you guys want to have more of that this year?
It was obviously good to crack the playoffs there. I mean, the first year we fell short, but obviously the second year we put up a good fight, I think, with what we were faced with. But obviously, at the end of the day, I mean, it's playoffs. It's anybody's game at any moment. So I think just going out there, just giving your all, and playing together as a team and just coming together as a team also is very huge.
For you personally, obviously, going to have a lot of eyes on you. How are you able to kind of keep that on the back burner, focus on what you're going to have to do despite having a lot of attention on you this year, being your draft year and the rankings and everything like that? How do you think you're going to go through the season and just make sure that you're just continuing to play your game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's like you said, it's a huge year, and you want to keep that obviously in the back of your mind there. But I think just at the end of the day, it's a team game. Obviously, I mean, it's not just about me, and this year's not just about me. It's about the team and what we can do.
And for you, lastly, personal goals obviously are one thing. Team goals are another. New coaching staff coming in as well. Some new players. So, what do you think are the biggest goals you're trying to achieve this year on and off the ice, and as a team and individually, if you have them?
Yeah, I think individually, just becoming a more round player there. Obviously, working. There's nothing you cannot work on. Obviously, you got to keep working on everything. But team goals, I think, just obviously we got to taste the playoffs last year. I think just you want to play there. You want to be in those moments. Those are the moments that really shine, and the opportunities that you get out of those they're huge, and they're definitely memories you'll remember for a lifetime.
Did you know that the global pet food stores in the Niagara region are all independently owned by members of the local community? We believe that pets are truly part of the family and are a source of joy in everyday homes around the world. Yet that living, loving experience usually doesn't happen all on its own, but takes extra effort to create and maintain. And we want you to know that the owners and staff at Global Pet Foods are always there to help you keep it going, any way we can, because we believe. Proud show sponsor of the Dog Pound podcast, the official podcast of the Niagara IceDogs. We hope to see you at one of the following locations across Niagara: 3643 Portage Road in Niagara Falls, 160 Highway 20 in Font Hill, as well as 400 Scott Street in St. Catharines. Global Pet Foods, where pets are undeniably part of the family.
J&L Flooring is Niagara's specialty flooring and design company. They take great pride and provide elite customer service and support. With a beautiful showroom, great pricing, and a wide variety of truly unique products, J&L Flooring is your specialty flooring and decor boutique shop. All of their products are environmentally friendly and responsibly produced, so you can feel good about your flooring choices. Their goal is to build authentic relationships based on honesty and integrity that they foster with respect and authenticity. Offering a unique and wide range of quality products presented by a knowledgeable and patient team, they simplify the process to make your life easier and to make your home more beautiful. Visit them at 4424 Montrose Road in Niagara Falls, or find out more at jnlflooring.com. If you think you can get a better deal anywhere else, you don't know Jack at J&L Flooring.
Are you currently looking for work in the Niagara region? If so, you owe it to yourself to check out the services provided by the Niagara Employment Help Center, located at 6100 Thorold Stone Road in Niagara Falls. Their many free services include a fully staffed resource area open to the public, resume and cover letter writing, local labor market information, job search strategies, assistance with clarifying employment, training, and career goals, employment counseling and job search support, and Better Jobs Ontario information and registration assistance. Check out their website at ehc.on.ca or call 905-358-0021 for more information. The Niagara Employment Help Center, helping people find work since 1983.
This Employment Ontario program is funded by the Government of Ontario. Butt ends are hockey stick grips, specifically for the top of the stick, designed to replace traditional clock tape. They're made of rubber and offer a more consistent and comfortable grip than tape, aiming to improve performance and reduce slippage. Butt ends are an alternative to regular stick tape that provide enhanced grip and comfort, are durable, reusable, and consistent with the ability to reduce vibration. The grips are available in a variety of styles, designs, colors, and even have options for specific player names. At Butt Ends, they are committed to providing the world's highest quality stick grips and continue to bring new technology and ideas with each new grip design, regardless of sport. Alex Petrangelo, Akil Thomas, Max Domi, Aiden Hill, and Tim Stutzla are just a name of few who have proudly used Butt Ends for peak performance at the NHL level. Check them out at buttendswithaz.com and use our referral code buttends.com/discount/armchairgm to get 10% off your order as part of our community. Engineered for greatness and performance. Butt Ends, the #1 grip in hockey.
Hey, it's Ryan Roobroeck.
This is Ethan Czata.
This is Brady Wassilyn.
This is Ivan Galyanov.
This is Matthew Virgilio.
And this is the
Dog Pound Podcast,
the official podcast of the Niagara IceDogs.
Well, Ethan, pretty exciting summer for you, obviously, being drafted by Tampa round. It's a sure really cool moment for you and your family, being out in Los Angeles for that, the whole draft experience. Take me through that whole week.
Yeah, so me and my family went a little bit early. Had a little vacation before the draft, and I had a couple of days out there before the draft, and then when that happened, Dad's a big fan of me, so Dad was pretty happy. I was kind of stunned at first when I called my name up, and I was just didn't really know what to think, and then I walked up, and then it was just a super exciting moment for my family, and it was awesome.
And obviously, you said in your post-draft interview you were hoping to go to the state of Florida, and obviously you got picked by Tampa. A team with a lot of pedigree. Obviously, a team that has won some Stanley Cups in the last 5 years. So, how excited are you to go in that fold? And obviously, they thought highly of you because you already signed your entry level deal.
Yeah, going there is awesome. It's a great city to be in, and the staff there, people there, they're awesome. I trained with them in the summer. Like they really just want me to get better. And then honestly, that's where I wanted to be. I had a good interview with them at the combine, and then from there, I kind of was really hoping they would pick me, and then they came up and they picked me, and I was ecstatic. So I was happy.
Were you able to share that moment with any guys you played hockey with growing up that also were drafted, and being able to talk to them during the week?
Yeah, Ivan Kovac, Jack was drafted right after me, so it was, and he was sitting right behind me too, so it was a good thing. It was good for our families, kind of know him a little bit, and a lot of guys there I knew got drafted. It was awesome, happy for everyone. So
now that you're back, third training camp here in Niagara, probably a lot more comfortable. Obviously, added juice, and you're a little bit more confident now. Having being drafted, and that was something that was really important to you going into last year. So, how do you feel about this season coming up, and what's something that you're looking to show Tampa now that maybe they were looking for you to take a big step in?
Yeah, to be honest, I think we have our team's heading in the right direction. New staff, GM, everyone, Frank, everyone here is great. I'm excited for this year. Honestly, I couldn't wait to get back. Being at home's nice, but honestly, I was just ecstatic to come back to Niagara and kind of start the third year off. So. And I think Tampa just looking for me to kind of get experience, become more of a leader, kind of grow as a player, and have a good year.
Another gold medal for Team Canada as well. Doing that alongside Ryan Roobroeck, obviously it's a big year for him, and you guys have become really close since being drafted together as first-round picks here in the OHL. Knowing that it's his draft year coming up as well, so how much are you looking forward to playing alongside him, and being there for him, going through what you did this last year?
Yeah, obviously he's my line mate, one of my best friends on this team. So, I'll always be there for him. And my goal this year is to kind of help him get his draft as high as he can. So, if I can help him do that, then I did my job. So.
What are you looking to take a big step in this year? Obviously, you tripled your point output last year, but obviously your 200-foot game is what got you drafted as well. So, what are you looking to take a big step in now in your third year?
Honestly, I think is to continue to play a 200-foot game, play a little bit harder, throw more hits, and I think honestly just produce more offensively. I had 56 points last year. I want to kind of bump that up to 80, around 80. So that's my goal for this year. So yeah.
And then as far as this camp, a lot more players, obviously, with the NCAA eligibility, 77 players at camp, biggest camp you've probably been a part of at this level. So, is there any guys you're looking forward to going against or seeing with so many new faces here?
I think Alexander Haig coming down from Chicago Steel. I known him when I was younger, so it's good that he's here, and I'm excited. He's a hell of a hockey player, so I'm excited.
And then, that taste of playoff experience last year, obviously you want to have more of that and have a deeper run this year, but what are your thoughts on the team this season? Obviously with Wassilyn and Roobroeck's draft year, but you guys obviously want to turn some heads around the league and make sure that you're taking another step forward.
Yeah, I think this year is a big year for us. We have a lot of guys in their draft year. I can probably have about five or six guys this year in their draft year. So I think as a team, if you play good, the higher the chances, better the chances they get picked. And I think as a team, we just gotta play good, and good things happen for them.
Well, Matt, fourth camp now in the OHL. How are you feeling about being back in Niagara? Second time here, but you're one of the veterans on the team now.
Yeah, I'm excited. Obviously, a good group of guys this year. We're ready to go. It's a big year for us, I think. A lot of new changes, a lot of new guys. So, just excited to be back and play some hockey again.
Now you got 5 games in of playoffs last year. That's not what you want, obviously. You went far with Sioux the year before, but what do you think that taught the young group as far as what it takes come playoff time and trying to make sure that you guys have a deeper run this year?
Yeah, obviously it's a huge learning experience. I think when you have a team going into playoffs that doesn't have that many games under their belt, it's sometimes tough. So when you have everyone get 5 games in, you're going into this year with a lot more experience, a lot more confidence when we get to playoffs. So obviously that's going to help us make a deeper run and hopefully do some damage when we're down that road.
With the new eligibility now, 77 players at camp, probably the biggest training camp you've been a part of. A lot of Americans and other players that wouldn't have been here that are committed to universities and colleges. So how much are you looking forward to the competition level being a little bit different than you've seen in previous OHL camps?
Yeah, for sure. I think most of the guys when you're here for previous camps are all younger guys, and I think now there's a lot more older guys here, a lot more guys fighting for jobs. So the intensity is way up, and we're just ready to work.
What would be your message to a guy coming in for his first camp? Obviously, you were there once as a young player, but especially with so many players, it can be very overwhelming. Meeting a bunch of new people, sort of need like name tags sometimes to know who's out there. But what's your message to those first-year guys coming in and trying to make sure that they do all the right things on and off?
Yeah, it's new. It's difficult coming in. There's a lot of guys. You see some guys on TV that you're now in the dressing room with. Just work hard, play your game, compete. You don't have to do anything too crazy. Just do things the right way, and you'll put yourself in a good spot.
Lastly, are there any players that you're familiar with that are coming in for the first time that maybe you've grown up playing hockey against, or that you're looking forward to compete against this week?
Yeah, Alex Haig, he actually moved in with me the other day, so I played with his older brother for basically my whole life, and then Sebastian Dell'Elce, played with his older brother and played with him a little bit growing up. So those are 2 young guys I think will really help us and are just good guys in general.
Well, Kev, your 4th training camp now in Niagara. Pretty crazy to think about when you came in as a 16-year-old and tied Akil Thomas's rookie goal record. So now that you're in your 4th year, obviously being drafted to Winnipeg, being signed, being back here as the captain, how much more comfortable do you feel in all aspects?
Yeah, I think they made it really easy for me to kind of get to know the new players, and it's been a blast coming here every year. So it is my 4th camp now, so I'm definitely a little bit more comfortable. But I believe in this group, and I'm pretty excited to see where this is going to go.
As far as what you did in the summer, obviously training every single day, I'm sure, but what else did you do to kind of unplug from hockey a little bit and get yourself recharged for another big season?
Yeah, I kind of started golfing a little bit. I had a golf set at home. I didn't go too much in the winter time, but I started golfing a little bit with my buddies, and I obviously went to Sean Doherty's cottage for a bit, so that was really fun, just kind of unwind and spend some time with the guys.
Now the bigger camp with the NCAA ruling, 77 players, probably never seen a camp like that in your first 3 years. So as the captain of the team, trying to of make some of those guys feel welcomed. Bigger, probably you guys, some of those guys need name tags. There's so many new players here. So how much are you looking forward to seeing all these guys out there on the ice?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's a pretty exciting time, coming in for training camp. I know what it was for me when I was coming in as a 16-year-old. So, I was looking up to the older guys kind of for help and kind of, guidance, I guess. So I think for me, it's just kind of taking on that role, as a leader and trying to kind of show them the way. So.
Is there anybody you're looking forward to going against? Maybe a newer player or somebody that you might have had familiarity with that's here for the first time?
Yeah, I think Ben Reisenbacher, I think it's his name. I don't want to butcher it, but yeah, he looked pretty good, skating with us this morning, and I'm looking forward to go against him in practice.
And, they brought in so much high-end talent the last few years in the drafts with guys like Roobroeck, Czata, Wassilyn, Edgar now being signed, yourself. So, the expectations are pretty high this year for this group. How much are you guys welcoming, a bigger expectation and looking forward to going more than just 5 games in the playoffs this year?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a huge push for us. It's it's a lot of guys, are older now and kind of got that playoff experience from last year. So we kind of just have to build on that. And I think everyone's looking forward to it. The fans definitely deserve it, and they come out and show out for us every night. So it's gonna be a huge push for us.
You're going to be going off to prospect camp for the Winnipeg Jets here in a little bit as well. So what is your goal, I guess, for the next couple of weeks here? Obviously, having a good training camp here with Niagara, and then going away to Winnipeg and that tournament up in Montreal, and possibly getting in some preseason games as well before you come back down here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the next 2 weeks, I'd just be a lot of conditioning, kind of get myself ready for that. I had a really good summer, kind of working out with Matt Nickel, and I feel like I'm ready to take that next step and just try to keep working my head off and just try to do what I can.
What do you think was the biggest thing you worked on this season? That personal goals you're looking forward to take a big step in this season?
Yeah, obviously I think my 200-foot game. That's something I've been working on during the summer, and obviously just kind of filling out a little bit more, kind of add a few more pounds. So just kind of getting a bigger frame. What's
one name IceDog fans should look forward to seeing on the ice this season? Maybe a new name or somebody you really think is going to have a big year?
I think Roobroeck. He's a stud, and he's going to have a big year this year. Yeah, so start off with an unreal performance out there on the ice. I was watching a little bit. You're moving pucks, you're making moves, and you're scoring goals. So how do you feel coming into this training camp?
Honestly, I feel pretty good. Like, my hands were feeling good, my shot was feeling good. Gear's a little tight right now, but I think it should loosen up in a bit.
Yeah, I know you look really good out there. Yeah. So what's next for you now? You got testing?
I think we got testing. We're going to go here to testing and then shower up and I think get some lunch.
All right. So moving on. So what's your outlook for the season? New guys on the team, 13 guys coming back, but with a lot of new faces.
I think we just got to gel early. I think if we get everyone having fun and competing together in practice, I think we're going to be a great squad this year.
It's been like you guys coming back together. Obviously, you guys had quite the relationship off the ice, built a good friendship last year. How cool is it to be back together again? Yeah,
that's too much. It's a lot of fun for me. I was just at his cottage last week, so it's been a blast, honestly, coming back with him. And he's been at my house. I've been at his house, so it's good to build on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I love Kev, so we're going to have a great time this year.
What were you guys' summer like? What did you guys do for fun?
Honestly, I was at his cottage for a bit, but other than that, we kind of lived miles away, so we didn't skate too much together, but we were on the jet ski and on the boat.
Yeah, surfing was pretty fun. I think we golfed a couple times, so that was fun as well.
Any of you guys signed or at camp that you're looking to go against?
Yeah, well, we have Ben. I don't want to butcher his last name. Was it Reisenbacher?
Reisenbacher?
Yeah. Okay, you definitely just butchered the name, okay? But yeah, I know he looks pretty good. He took a puck to the neck first drill, so didn't start off hot.
I want to compete against him in practice.
Yeah.
He's a big boy, so.
Yeah.
What do you think of Czata and Roobroeck coming back this year? They look bigger and better, or what?
Yeah, I mean, they both look. They had a few more pounds, and they look stronger. And so I'm definitely.
Z was looking good on the ice today.
Yeah.
He had an unreal performance in the bag skate, so.
Well, Charlie, second camp. Obviously, a lot of guys that you were familiar with that were drafted together. You guys are back with each other this season.
Yeah.
How much more comfortable are you now than maybe you came into the same kind of environment last year?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, getting to know the boys last year and a lot of the guys coming back from last year and a lot of new faces too. It's good. A lot more comfortable.
And for you, obviously as the season went on, it seemed like you really started to take a stride at becoming a reliable OHL player. How much was the success you had in the second half of the season and the coaching staff really trusting you to earn those minutes as a good soldier for the first half, just kind of being a guy out of the lineup, but
for sure.
Now wanting to be a full-time OHLer starting the season, how much do you think that helped you now as you go into this year?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, you learn a lot from your teammates who've been in your shoes before, and it's good to just pick their brain, get advice when you're not really playing a lot or in the lineup a lot, but you're just trying to do as much as you can with the role you're given, and
And what was the biggest thing you worked on this summer to try to get ready for this season? And obviously you probably did some fun stuff off the ice as well, but how was your summer as a whole?
It was great, just in the gym, on the ice, working on my skating, shot, getting stronger, everything, and great summer.
A lot of extra guys at camp this year with the NCAA ruling and everything like that, so how much more important is it for you to stand out with so many more guys on the roster than maybe you would in the previous camp?
Yeah, for sure. It's a competitive atmosphere, and I love it. I live for the competitive atmosphere, and it's important to solidify yourself out here and earn your time.
Brand new coaching staff as well. How do you think that the new coaching staff has fit in? Obviously, a little early to say as well, but what have been your first impressions of the new staff?
Yeah, I love them. They're great. They seem great. They seem like they know what they're talking about, for sure, and excited to get going.
And last question for you. What are your goals going into this season? Obviously, you want to be able to play in every single game, be a contributor, but what can IceDog fans expect from you this year?
Yeah, they can expect a hard-working forward who's going to lay it all out there on the ice and give them everything he's got.
Well, Reyth, first camp here in Niagara, obviously not your first camp, obviously in North Bay, but what are your thoughts coming in here? Obviously, Niagara acquired you in the offseason, so they saw that you brought something to the table, so how excited are you to be here?
I'm really excited. I mean, different change of scenery, a little fresh start for me, new city, new team, new arena, new fans, so I'm really excited to be here, and I can't wait to get going.
Any familiarity with any of the guys on the team here that maybe you played minor hockey with?
Yeah, I mean, I played against Roobroeck and Galley and all those guys, and the guys have been really great to me, coming in here and welcoming me. So the guys are great, and it's nice to see some familiar faces that maybe I didn't like so much before.
I was going to say, coming in as a Central Division rival, was there any guys you kind of had to bury the hatchet with? They might have traded some paint with last time.
Yeah, maybe Galley a little bit. We weren't fans of each other before, but we've got really close so far. So it's been great, seeing all the guys, and these are my brothers now. So I'm ready to get going.
What would be your message to the IceDog fans that are wondering what your play style is going to be like? What do you try to bring to the game, and how much are you welcoming a bigger opportunity this year?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a strong power forward. I play greasy. I'm not afraid to stick up for my teammates, and I've got a nice offensive touch for the game. So I'm ready to go to war every night for these guys and play my heart out for the fans that are ready to come watch us play every night.
Lastly, how cool is it to have some of the guys that you wouldn't usually see at camp? Obviously, with the new NCAA ruling, a lot more guys at camp that you wouldn't have seen before that are commits to colleges and universities. So how much more are you looking forward to getting on the ice and competing with a lot of different guys?
It's really cool. I mean, it makes it more competitive. It makes you hungry. It makes you want to play harder and show your true self. So I think it's good for the game, and it's good for the league, and it just gives you a lot more opportunities. So I think it's awesome, and it's exciting.
Well, Charlie, obviously it was a summer recovery for you, getting back to 100%, off-season surgery, and being able to get back on the ice really the first time since January. How does it feel to be out there in somewhat of a competitive atmosphere?
Yeah, it's really exciting. It was good to get out there with the group of guys, and it just feels good to be playing hockey again.
How was it as far as just keeping your spirits up? Because obviously you want to be out on the ice, you want to be out there competing, but having to watch the second half of the season from a different lens and knowing that it was a long recovery for you. So how were you able to get through that and now be 100% again?
Yeah, I think it was just a lot of watching the boys play, and playoffs were obviously exciting. I haven't made the playoffs in 6 years there, so that was exciting for our group, I think, and just trying to keep myself busy. I watched a lot of TV shows, just some schoolwork in there, just trying to keep myself busy during that time.
Obviously a bigger camp this year with the NCAA ruling, so there's 11 goalies at camp. A lot of guys competing. So what's your mindset going into a season where you want to be able to make the team make good impressions? So with so many goalies, how are you trying to stand out?
Yeah, I think just go out there and try my best, and you never know what can happen, and just work as hard as I can.
What were you able to do in the off season while you were recovering to kind of prepare for it? Were you able to do any sort of workouts or modified things that you were able to get up to speed with?
Yeah, I think it was just a lot of physio for me, and even working like my vision trainer, Dr. Camus, because I couldn't get on the ice. It was a good opportunity to stay with my visuals and keep my eye on the puck, and so a lot of that stuff. And then I got in the gym a little bit when I got my surgeon allowed me to. So yeah, it was just a lot of recovery and a little bit of strength working there too.
Anybody you're looking forward to, competing against them in some of the scrimmage games?
Yeah, obviously it's gonna be fun out there playing against your teammates. So I'm just looking forward to playing against all of them. I think it'll be fun and just enjoying the week here.
And having another camp here in Niagara, how much more comfortable do you feel coming in as opposed to maybe when you were a young kid going into North Bay, and making sure that you want to have a good season to finish off your OHL career?
Yeah, I think it's just you gain a lot of experience over the years, going to so many training camps and a couple NHL camps. So I think it's just building that experience and giving it to the younger kids and just trying to be a guy that they can learn from and be a good example.
Lastly, what was one fun thing you did this summer?
One fun thing? I'd say going to the Canadian Open was a fun one with a couple of my buddies.
Did you get any tips for your golf game?
No tips, but I think it was just cool watching the pros and getting to see how good they are off the tee and trying to help myself straighten my drive off the tee there.
This is the Armchair GM Sports Network.